Hey guys, welcome to this first, I'm going to say review because I'm not professional enough and I don't think they're just not professional enough to be called for reviews. But it's essentially my thoughts on the new Imprint range by that ViaVision Australia are releasing. They've released 5 so far. If you see my unboxing video, you know which ones they are. But they're number one that they released is War of the Worlds, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on this because I finally watched it, and I'm going to just figure out where I'm putting my eyes. I'm going to look down here. I'd never seen this movie before, and I do believe this is the world exclusive on Blu-ray. I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me, but I think this is the first time on Blu-ray in the world, at least certainly in Australia. And this is really good. This is one of those movies where you kind of know the story, but you've never seen it, or something. It's already been said about this movie, so there's nothing really that I can say about it that hasn't already been said. But I'm going to say it anyway. I'd never seen it before. This is the first time in viewing it. I really enjoyed it. I loved seeing. It looked great. The transfer was great. It says it's a master from a new 4K restoration. So yeah, okay. It looked about 90%. Like, it looked pretty good. Like, I was pretty happy with it. You could really see what was a miniature, what wasn't. You could see the effects that they use, all the practical effects. You could really tell how they made this film and how they joined the two together. But that was awesome. I really enjoyed that part of the film. Like, when you see the, I don't know if there's a picture of it, but you see the spaceships when they put up their force fields. It was just a glass dome over a miniature, like a glass jar or something over a miniature. It's just really interesting. It's such a cool idea. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. It's really sort of analyzing the practical effects of the film, because it came out in 1953, so you could only imagine how limited they were. But their imagination was unreal to get this movie to look the way that it did. I also like how there's the main Sheila in this. She would go from 0 to 100 in terms of hysterics in an instant, and that was hilarious. Like, at one, her, I don't want to spoil it too much, but someone close to her dies, and she's like, she goes absolutely hysterics over that, which is understandable. But then later on, she's just talking to the main guy in it. What's his name? Must be Gene Barry. Sure, we'll go with Gene Barry. But yeah, she's talking to Gene, and then all of a sudden she just goes into like absolute hysterics over the whole situation, which I just found, with a couple of these movies, I can see where it's a bit of a trend that they sort of follow in that sort of aspect. But yeah, it was a good film. I think it was a worthy number one, certainly worthy of this new boutique range from ViaVision. I think it's probably my second favorite of the first lot of 5. The actual film itself, in terms of story and that, it's awesome. The ending was it's funny because I know the story and I've seen so many different iterations of this, and I know the music and that, but I didn't know how it ended. So the ending just seemed to come out of nowhere and just was very almost lackluster. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I mean, there was only so much they could have done, because by the time this movie goes for an hour 25, so say take 5 minutes off for credits, because credits of these older films, excuse me, aren't as long as what they are now. But by the time it was getting into about an hour 10, hour 15, and I was thinking, how is this movie going to end? And then it finally ended the way that it did, and I was like, okay, it's a bit of a cop out, but hey, it's still an amazing movie, and I'm glad that they've got it, and I'm glad I could finally see it. I'm glad I've finally seen it, because I'm sure it's out on DVD or anything or something. But yeah, this is really good, and definitely worth picking up if you like classic sci-fi, if you like boutique labels, if you like collecting stuff. I think it's fantastic. Now, there is a lot of special features on this. I didn't watch any of them because I found it hard. I love special features on discs, but at the end of the day, and I really love it when they jam pack it full of features, but at the end of the day, I just really want to watch the movie. I can't go into the special features and watch a documentary on it that goes for maybe 40 minutes or an hour straight after watching the movie. It's too much. So At a later date, I might check out the special features, including there's like 3 different audio commentaries. There's a making of documentary called The Sky is Falling. There's also a HD Wells little featurette. There's also the original War of the Worlds radio broadcast from 1938 with stills of Orson Welles. So that's really cool as well. I actually really might probably check that out more than anything else. But yeah, it's awesome. It's really, really good. You can get this direct from ViaVision Australia. You can get it from JB Hi-Fi. I don't believe there's any rush you can get it actually. Probably eBay, but you know, get it from the source. Yeah, H.G. Wells, War of the Worlds, number 1. I think this is number 2000, if I'm reading these correctly. But yeah, check it out.